That's my wife's artwork.
Wow. Nice.
One of.
Nice. Does it have a name?
Nope, no name.
I guess you know that I'm recording now.
Oh yeah.
All right, John. So Draggoo moved on. He eliminated Doug.
Yeah.
So now he's facing Dan Bramley. So yeah, man. These of course now this is day 3. This is the last day. So now we're doing only 10-round matches.
Yeah,
So
and boy, the game sure changed on this day, didn't it?
everything just moves a lot faster. Everything, the V's matter a lot more.
The V's matter. The strategies changed. It was a very interesting switch, like to watch how people change their strategies. It was really interesting.
Right, because day 1 and 2, 15-shot matches all the way through. Day 3, obviously we're getting to the guys that are, shooting really well. They only have one loss or are undefeated, right? So
Yeah.
those guys are still on the line, and now we're doing 10-shot matches. Because on the last day, if you're on the one loss side, there's going to be a lot of shooting happening.
Yeah.
Right. If you're on the winner side, you only shoot one match?
Maybe 2.
1 or 2, yeah. But if you're on the one loss side, those guys shoot. They pretty much eliminate each other. So anyway, so that's what we have. Dan Bramley, Dwayne Draggoo, and let's get into it. Now we're down to 3 or 10-shot matches.
Yeah, very different format, very different mentality a lot of these guys took because, 15 shots, I know it doesn't seem like, so somebody who hasn't shot this, 10 to 15 doesn't seem like a big difference, but it's amazing how fast those 10-shot goes, and you're going to see a very different strategy from these guys in terms of when they take siders. A lot of them up front said, look, if I shoot 2 5s on my siders, I'm not taking them. I might take one of them, but they know V's are going to matter on this day. Everybody's got flat guns. Everybody who made it here is on their game. Right. There's no room for error.
Yeah, this is the last day, so anybody that's here has a really good shooting gun, and they are on their game.
Sider 2's the V.
Okay,
V, 1 on.
Draggoo started with a 4 for his first sider. His second one is a V, so he took that one. Bramley started with a 5. And so, I mean, the conditions are pretty mild. I expect him to just hit another 5. Yep, he hit a V, so.
He took them both there.
Yeah, he took them both. Draggoo only took the V. Obviously, he did not want to take that 4 for sure. Those flags are fairly damn. I mean, there's nothing there.
I bet you, we talked yesterday. We talked on the last video about yesterday and some of the matches. And, those guys were going, maybe 2, 3, 3.5 rings left or right, depending on the conditions. I'm going to guess today, based on these conditions, these guys probably aren't holding anywhere more than 2 rings at the most.
I bet you they're holding left 1. That's why they keep landing right there. I mean,
exactly.
They're holding hardly anything, and of course now he went. I think he held left 1. He hit exactly where he was aiming, and now he just went to center and drilled the center. I don't think there's anything there.
No, vastly different from yesterday's conditions.
Yeah. There's still that. I don't know if that's his gun or that's that condition that's kind of. But there's no conditions. I just think. I mean, I'm being overly critical, right? I mean, that is a 10-inch circle at 1,000 yards. But the way these guys have been shooting, I'm kind of expecting them just to drill that B ring. But I think they're still kind of getting they're still feeling it out, the conditions, trying to see how. I think they're still at the point where they look at the flags and the flags do something, so they move around, and then the shot moves around with them. So I think they're going to get to the point that they're going to more likely realize that there's nothing there, and they're probably just going to start drilling the center.
And I think it's really easy, these guys are, obviously top level professional, but it's easy to forget sometimes when you're shooting this first match of the day that it's a different format. And, mentally you've shot 2 days worth of 15-shot strings. This first match, you could very easily find yourself saying, well, I've still got 7 or 8 shots left. And then suddenly you got 3 left,
Yeah, this one's going fast. And when the conditions are this mild, they shoot faster,
Yep. And they're both very relaxed. I mean, you look at their body position, their legs, their shoulders, everything they're doing. Both of them, you can tell they both are feeling very confident about what they're holding and what they're doing today.
Yeah, they're very calm. I mean, like you said, these guys, they've been shooting. They've been on the big stage. I think both of these guys were on the 8-man team at the World Championship for the U.S. team. So these guys are top level competitors. Pressure doesn't
Ooh.
really affect them that much.
Ooh, Dan pushed a liner 5 there.
Yeah, he did. I wonder what. See, this is the thing. I don't know what Dwayne's gonna do. Is he gonna? No, he stayed with his own plan.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, as you know, you kind of get baited into mirroring whatever your opponent did, and you tend to kind of want to overcompensate.
Yeah.
But,
and
Dwayne,
that's often based on assumptions.
Well, yeah, because you don't know where your opponent is holding. But Dwayne seems to have found the V ring, but Dan seems to kind of be bouncing around still a little bit.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess that last shot of Dan's was closer to point of hold after that previous left shot he had.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean that top flag is moving a little, but I just don't think it's doing.
I bet you Dan gets it centered up on this one though. I mean, he was a little left and then a little right. There's no way he's gonna push 3 bad shots in a row. Oh,
The commentator curse.
oh my God!
I can't believe you did that to him, John.
Oh, I feel horrible now.
And that score is wrong. That's a 39, not a 40.
Wow. I mean, and that was almost what his previous shot was.
And look at here. You know how I was talking about your opponent mirroring?
Yeah.
I think that's what Dwayne did right here. He got scared about the top 4, that high 4 that he kind of he shaded down, and I mean he still caught a 5, but I think that's what he did. And he almost lost a 4.
Dan's previous shot to that 4 was right up in that corner. So I mean that was 2 in a row for Dan up in that corner there.
Yeah. But like I said, as you saw, Dwayne kind of shaded down. I'm almost positive he shaded down there, and it almost cost him a point.
He's not going to do that twice.
Yeah, but at the same time, Dwayne has the V count. So even if he had hit a 4, he'd still be in. He'd still be in the lead.
Yeah.
So something important to think about here.
Dwayne can afford to be a little more. It's aggressive in a different way, right? Like he can afford to make a little bit more mistake than Dan.
Correct. So anyway, Dan's out. That's supposed to be a 49-5 V.
Yeah.
So Dwayne only has to do is. Yeah, Dwayne could have hit a 4 and still won, which is a great situation to be in.
It's like the ultimate hedge.
All right, so this is the second one. They've already shot 1. They should be centered up. Well, I say that, and Dwayne drops 1 out the bottom. Of course, it's a tighter, so he has the option to take it, which I doubt he's going to take it. Look at him. He's clicking the scope.
Yeah.
So,
and this has been probably, 15, 20 minutes since that last match.
Yeah, so something changed. It's the sun's brighter, but Dan nailed the V right off the bat.
And you never know. Like, I mean, there's plenty of matches where these guys bring out a different box of ammo for each match. It could have been a different load. He could have gone to a different setting. He might have pushed some bullets. Like, we don't know what Dwayne did in the 20 minutes that he was waiting.
I mean, he just came off a clean. I doubt he did anything.
Yeah.
You got 5. You got a go shot.
But you do see that happen. I mean, it's,
that's common. But like I said, Dwayne, he had just shot a clean with 7, so I doubt he changed anything.
Choose the 5.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Want to take it or not? Oh yeah.
So Dwayne takes the 5.
All right, just checking. Oh yeah. 5-1 on.
So Dan started with a V. Obviously, he's trying to keep it centered so he can take those 2-siders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
I'll take those 2, Dwayne.
10 shots.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of pressure to put on your opponent right off the bat.
For sure, especially on a short race, right?
I mean, that's 20% of Dan's shots already.
Yeah, they're V's. So he's only got 8 to go. But look at this. I mean, Dwayne, like I said, he's a top level competitor, so no pressure. It didn't phase him anyway. I mean, he landed it right on top of Dan's shot. kind of
Yeah.
saying, look what I can do. Oh yeah, look at
Oh.
this. Look at this. These guys have definitely found a condition. They're centered up. As you know, it's extremely important that you center your group. And these guys
Yeah.
know exactly how to do that. And as you can tell, I mean, they're perfectly centered in that V ring. Look at that. I mean,
Ugh.
again, let's not forget that V ring is 5 inches at 1,000 yards. And these guys, they're just drilling the heck out of it.
Yeah. And, if you've never shot at 1,000 yards, that's 10 football fields.
Yeah.
Like, that's a long way out there.
Yeah. And look at these guys. They're just
Making it
pulverizing
making
that
it look
V-ring.
easy.
Oh yeah, and again, I mean, they're both shooting Shehanes, and something to notice about their rifles, they don't kick very much. If you remember watching those Magnums, Tim Vaught versus Dickerman, those things were just jumping and hopping, and they were having to readjust the rear backs, and
Yeah.
so this is the beauty about these Shehanes and these 284s. They're just a lot easier to shoot. And I mean, as you can tell, they shoot extremely well.
Yeah. It's again, it's not a good or bad thing, but it's really interesting to watch the difference in the gun handling between Dwayne and Dan. So if you watch Dwayne's shot here, he lets a lot of free recoil go and he bounces it back into position really quickly here. Watch.
Yeah.
So boom. He's back and forward battery. If you watch the way Dan shoots, he's much more of a shouldered shooter.
Yeah,
His gun doesn't move much when he shoots.
Right. I think Dan hangs on to the rifle where
Yeah.
Dwayne free recoils.
Yeah. And it just goes to show you either position works. It's how you drive the gun.
Right. I mean, yeah, Dan's recoils very little compared to Dwayne's.
Yeah.
And the speeds are very similar. I mean, their SD for both rifles is only 22. I mean,
Yeah.
most people can't even do that for one rifle. That was a joke. Don't leave me out hanging out to dry here, John. But anyway, back to the action. I mean, these guys are not leaving the center. They're only separated by 1V, which they're 6 shots in, 60% of the way. So Dwayne right now he's behind.
Yeah.
Okay, well he can catch up right here. But
Got a little window. Just a little window.
Yeah, but I mean, typically you're trying to hit 5, sort of, here you hit a 5, you hit a 5 and it's pretty demoralizing because you just feel like you're gonna lose,
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Tied it up.
Yeah. So, I mean, the format is just it's just so much pressure. It's 10 shots, and like I said, you're behind by 1V. It doesn't matter. You can lose right there. And look at here. I mean, they're both just drilling that V ring. And if they keep it up, they're gonna have to go to shoot off. There is no ties in this competition.
Ooh, just caught that one.
You just caught it, yeah. But I mean, there is no ties. If they keep it up, they're gonna have to go to shoot off. Somebody's gonna win. Look at that. I mean, Dan is on. Well, they're both on. What am I talking about? They're both on.
It's amazing how we can let 1V become a mountain between them, right?
I know. It's like, oh my God, he's tearing it up, and then Dwayne's got freaking 6 Vs out of 8 shots. He's hitting 80%, 75, 80%. That's incredibly high. And of course, you jinxed him there. Of course, Dwayne's
Why is it always
win.
my fault?
Of course, Dwayne's got a win under his belt already. So Bramley needs to stay alive. He needs to win this one to stay alive.
Yeah, but when they're shooting like this, Dwayne doesn't want to let it go to. It's too late now, but you don't want to let it go to a third match.
Oh man, Dan barely caught that one. Oh man, that's.
Yeah.
All right, so Dan's got this one by 1V. This is what we're talking about.
1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good shooting. that was
Who
tough.
won that one? All right, this is the third match.
Yeah.
And I wasn't ready.
You ready?
Wait, hang on, hang on.
Just about.
Yeah, my yellow box is
Apparently
43
Eric's
pounds
not ready, so.
by its-
Yes. It's all about Eric. Are you ready, Eric?
So yeah, great. Whatever. Anyway, third match, they're tied, and there will be only one winner. The other guy goes
Yeah.
home. It's incredible that guys that are shooting this well, one of them just gonna have to go home.
Yeah.
But that's the format of the competition, right? We pair up the best shooters,
4.
and they have to face each other.
Okay.
And at this point, if you think about it, these guys are all in the money. So the loser of this goes home with $300. The winner goes on with a chance for 4,000.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's a dramatic difference.
It is. It is. Look at that. How amazing is that? The conditions are such that they land their shots pretty much on top of each other.
They're just stacking it on them.
So these guys are, I mean, their holds are the same. It's incredible if you think about it. Two different guys, two different rifles, two different everything. And they
5.
both
One
take
set convert right
a
there.
shot at 1,000 yards, and they both landed pretty much on top of each other. We know within an
I mean,
inch
that
or
was-
two.
Yeah, I was going to say that was probably an inch or more.
Yeah, but I mean, that's at 1,000 yards.
Yeah. There you
Yeah,
go.
it's impressive.
I will take both. Okay. V2 on.
Yeah,
Okay,
so Dwayne's already, he's off, with a huge lead now. I mean, 1V, all of a sudden, it's a huge lead. It's
It is,
amazing.
though.
Yeah, it's amazing to think like that, but that's what it is.
Like, I try to picture people watching these videos who haven't shot F class or a format like this, and they're probably thinking, these guys are idiots. 1V, what's the point? But
Yeah,
I'm telling you, like, it's life or death with 1V on these
and
matches.
you know why it is, right? Because look at the flag. That's the reason. That is the reason a V is so huge right now. Because that flag
Because you know they're
is-
not going to throw a 4.
right. That flag is absolutely
V1
dead.
on. Or, I'm sorry. 3 on.
That's why a V is so important right now. It just means so much right now.
And this really, with these guys and the way their guns are tuned and the way they're shooting, I mean, this really comes down to who gets the luckiest 10 shots in a row that just happen to be just that much better.
Ooh,
Five.
yeah. Well, Dan seems to be bouncing a bit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Again, he's still keeping them well inside that 5 ring, which is, that 5 ring is 10 inches, but, when he's the way Dwayne's shooting right now, look at that. I mean, the way Dwayne's shooting, it just,
Thank you.
look, he's already ahead by 20% of V's, That's a huge lead, 2 V's at this point. But, obviously, there's still 8 shots to go for both of these guys. And
You can hear
don't-
even the crows are coming in now.
Yeah, and don't count Dan out. I mean, he's been there, done that. And, if he starts hitting some V's here, that's going to put some pressure on Dwayne. But I just don't see Dwayne letting up. Oh, wow. Just as I said that.
5 on. Thank you.
You should know better, Eric.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so hard. I mean, these guys are so good, both of these guys, and their guns are shooting so well.
And I mean, they're already halfway through. They literally have 5 shots left to determine whether they're going home or heading
Yeah.
towards the the
Exactly. It's this last day, those races go pretty quick, and especially when it's this calm. I kind of, part of me wishes it was really, really windy on the last day and really switchy.
Yeah.
Because that would have slowed everybody down, and there would have been more separation in those 10 shots.
V, 6
But
on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
just like, Mother Nature, she decided it's going to be calm, and the best guns are going to, best guns, best shooters. But pretty much this is a trigger pulling contest.
Oh
5.
boy,
Yeah,
something in Dan's gun just isn't going right for him.
Yeah, I mean, there's pressure. There is pressure. again, these guys have been there, but there's still pressure, And Dan, I don't know what he's thinking, but
V7 on.
At some point, he has to hit home that I'm 3 Vs behind.
Yeah, with 3 shots left.
Exactly. I need this guy to drop a 4.
I needed to drop a 4, or I mean, really, like you think about it, he needs Dwayne to shoot only 5s.
Or the way he's shooting, he needs to drop a. He need. Oh wow. Okay, well, that may have sealed the deal, and Dan knows it.
That's probably the nail in the coffin, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I think Dan knows it very well. He was falling behind. He needed the V count, and all of a sudden he shoots a 4. Look at this. This is what I was talking about. Dwayne mirrored that shot. He shaded just to be sure. So Dwayne's playing a good game here. And Dan just can't seem to find that V ring all of a sudden. I mean, last match he pulverized it, and now he can't seem to find it.
That's the difference one match makes,
Exactly. I mean, I don't expect Dwayne to do anything. Look at this. I mean, he sees the door, and like I said, he's in a place where he can shoot a 4 and still win.
Yeah.
I mean, because of the V count.
Yeah, I mean, if you really think about it at its core, Dwayne has a 20-inch circle of error.
Yeah, right now he can shoot a 4 and win. I mean, that's a good situation to be in.
Yeah. But he's still going to go for that V, I know it.
Yeah, I don't expect him to shoot a 4, but... look at that. He put it right on top of Dan's shot.
I'm just going to shoot.
Yeah.
No worries, buddy.
So, man, good on Dwayne. He moves on. These guys are good friends. Good job, guys.
Good job. Thanks.
That was good shooting.
Good match.
So Draggoo moves on. Bramley's eliminated. So, I know I shouldn't ask you about your 4 right now, but I have to.
What do you do?
What, did anything change or did you do anything different?
No, just, I don't know if it was a bullet or a round or shoulder pressure, just dropped out the bottom.
Something, yeah. It was, I mean, it was barely out, but it was.
Yeah, so, there's stuff on the range, but it was probably something to do with the bullet or the round, but that's how it is.
Good job, man. Good job making it this far.
Thank you.
Dwayne, you found that V ring on this last round and you just wouldn't get out of it.
I was doing my best. Dan pushed me, so
yeah.
Sometimes you gotta rise.
You were really putting the pressure on him. Yeah, I knew it was going to come down to the V count.
No, and Dan pushed me, so
yeah.
Hey, nothing against. Yeah, hey, you gotta rise to the competition.
Yes, sir. Well, good job. Good job on moving on to the next round.
So, thank you.
I mean, what do you do, right?
We were there, we watched it. I'm watching it again, and it's like I find myself speechless there watching those last couple of shots because you just, I don't know. Like
it's so much pressure to put on each other, right? I mean, that last day, those 10-round matches, especially as calm as it was, man, they were going fast. And like I said, we were watching and we'd be like, oh man, he's falling behind. All you have to do is hit a 5 and all of a sudden you feel like they're falling behind. Imagine how the shooters feel.
Yeah. These are all guys that have shot national level for a long time. They understand the pressure, but I think all of them walked away saying this format changes you a little bit because nobody's ever done a format like this because for guys that don't know, normally F class is an aggregate game. You get to shoot another match and it's a game of adding up, and it's very different format for this. So I think, even though you've got, 32 of the top national shooters, it's a much different mental experience because, like I'm 1V away from going home now. It's
yeah. And because of that, there was some guys on day 1 that got eliminated that their stuff was working so well. And even on day 1, they were eliminated because somebody else just edge them by a V or something like that, and that's it. It was over.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, here, if you get eliminated day 1 or day 3, it almost doesn't matter. It all has to do with how you match up, and all these guys, any of these 32 guys can win it at any time, which is the beauty of the tournament, because just because there's a 32 seed, well, we saw it. The 30. I'm sorry, but to mention it, but the 32 seed knocked out the number 1 seed in 2 matches, right, back to back, and sent him to the 1 lost side.
Yeah.
So yeah, any of these guys can win this tournament at any time.
Yeah. They wouldn't be there if they couldn't.
Exactly. So that's the beauty of this tournament. Makes it exciting. Every single match was just nail biter. And look at this one. Last day, they seemed like they were all going to three rounds because, again, these guys were all shooting so well. But anyway, there's another one in the books. People are really liking these matches. So don't forget to comment. Let us know what you guys think. Give this video a like, because the YouTube algorithm, that's gonna let YouTube know that you guys are engaging, commenting, giving us a like, and they're gonna push it out for more people to see, and hopefully we can grow F class, which is the entire reason we decided to do this format.
Absolutely. No, I mean, it's at the end of the day, this is all about getting participation at local matches, state matches, and regional matches. And really, if you think about it, it's not just the participation, it's the camaraderie, it's getting to be out there with your buddies and shoot and have fun. I mean, we're all competitors when we're on the line, but the minute you step off that line, I mean, it's such a great group of guys to be around.
Yep. And of course, you add up your points, and it all ends here. So go get you some points, and next year we'll have you in one of these matches, hopefully battling it out for first place. All right.
Hey, one of them might even shoot against us.
Only if they're lucky, because we're not going to put up much of a fight. But you never know. That's the beauty. All right, John. Again, man, thanks you for helping me out with this.
Thanks for having me.
And all right, we'll see you guys next time. Until then, keep them centered.